The stomach pH of a dog. A dog has a simple, very acidic gut, typical of a carnivore, designed to process large quantities of meat and bone. At its most acidic, during digestion, the dog's gut can reach below a pH of 1, equivalent to a car's battery acid, a level it can remain at for 5 hours. The average gastric pH of dogs ranges from pH 1.5 ranging to pH 2.1. Keep that in mind. Continuing. A couple of hours after consuming a meal, when gastric juices would be in full flow. At this sort of acidity, meat and bone is rapidly broken down, often reduced to chyme within an hour. Furthermore, this acidic environment is inhospitable to all but the most specialized of microbiology, protecting healthy scavenging dogs from common meat-borne pathogens such as Salmonella and E. coli. Great quantities of mucus protect the dog from doing itself damage. Post digestion, the stomach will abruptly change to neutral, presumably to neutralize the corrosive acid before it hits the duodenum and intestines that are less equipped to withstand the corrosive power of a pH 1 acid broth. Data on dry-fed dogs cite the pH of food bolus to rise to a near neutral pH 6 to 7 in the duodenum, but as high as a pH of 8.3 by the time it reaches the colon. There is little data available for dogs fed a fresh meat meal. I wonder why. Continuing. It is well established omnivores have less acidic digestive juices than carnivores due to the larger inclusion of alkaline forming legumes and vegetables. Carnivores, on the other hand, spend time eating protein and fat, and the more protein in a meal, the lower the stomach acid. This is why so many kibble-fed dogs have urinary tract infections. High carbs, which are not a needed nutrient, raise the pH. And yes, absolutely, the lower stomach acids of carnivores is enough to kill the hefty majority of ingested nasties. Hence, even dry-fed dogs can dig up a bone and pick away at it with no great harm done on it. All right, so now that we know what the dog's pH stomach of it is and what they actually test versus or what they had data on is dry kibble fed dogs, which basically eat like humans, eating a whole bunch of standard American food. Okay, so now I asked Google, what is the normal pH of a human stomach? Now that we know a dog's pH is from 1 to, I think it said 2.5. Okay, so now I'm finna read what Google told me. Normal results. The normal volume of the stomach fluid is 20 to 100 milliliters, and the pH is acidic 1.5 to 3.5. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and ask Google another question to see if it's gonna tell me a lie. All right, so I just asked Google, is the dog's stomach pH stronger than a human? All right, and this is what it gave me from a .edu website. All right, so the question was, why is it that dogs and other animals can eat raw meat, but humans get sick if they do? And the answer, dogs and cats are carnivores, as if humans are not and can't eat no meat. But continuing, and evolved eating raw meat. Their systems can handle a certain amount of bacteria indeed. They were designed for it. So a dog will not get sick from E. coli or salmonella poisoning if he eats raw meat. This is because the dog's digestive tract is different from a human's in some important ways that prevent this, which is true, but continuing. The dogs have strong hydrochloric acid in their stomach to digest meat and even bones. The acid is about 10 times stronger in concentration than what we would have in our stomach. Now, do y'all peep the hijack? Do y'all peep the hijack? How is it 10 times stronger when we know the pH of the human stomach and the dog stomach when it's about the same? Okay, I'm gonna keep continuing though. This is Google. Continuing. The acid kills any bacteria that might come its way. Also, the overall length of the gastrointestinal tract of a dog is much shorter in comparison to a human, which is true. This means that rapidly decaying food passes through the system much more quickly in hours rather than days. And it does not take a human days to digest meat. It takes my digestive system 24 hours a day to digest raw meat. Okay? Because I showed you guys that I do that. I ain't hiding nothing. But continuing. Bacteria don't have a chance to get a foothold. This does not mean that a dog can ever possibly contract E. coli or salmonella poisoning. However, such rare incidents are usually the result of a dog that was raised on a lifetime of commercial dry food and suddenly is raiding the garbage can one day. So that would mean that its digestive system reverted and is not as healthy and strong as it usually is. Because from what I've seen as a certified veterinary technician, most of them eat that way. Now, as you can see right here, this is a dog's digestive system. I want you to pay attention to the colon, which is the large intestine, and the small intestine. It's a lot more shorter than a human's. Okay, so that part they had right. This is the digestive tract of us, a human. Okay, so you can look at the large intestine and then you can look at the small intestine. Ours is a lot longer, so you can see how us eating a whole bunch of alkaline foods and a whole bunch of fiber in large amounts can slow down our digestive system and the time it takes to pass through. So when you're eating the way you're supposed to be eating, it doesn't take days like they said. It only takes me 24 hours to process raw meat or cooked meat. It doesn't really matter because my system is on point because of the way that I eat. And that's why I teach about what I teach in the Last Damn Guide to Weight Management. So you guys are aware of things that you just don't know. So the reason I can eat raw meat and not get food poisoning and all these things y'all be getting is because I know what I know about the digestive system. If I need my digestive system to be around 1 to 3.5, like they said, then I'm not going to start mixing a whole bunch of alkaline foods with the protein and the fats. Okay? When I drink milk alone, and I drink a certain type of milk, not the one y'all get from the store. I don't eat ground beef as a burger with buns and a whole bunch of condiments on there if I'm truly trying to heal, if I'm truly trying to be gut issue free. But That's how y'all eat. So when y'all, even when they was having the issue at Chipotle, and they was a whole bunch of people was saying they getting food poisoning. Y'all get food poisoning off the littlest things. Y'all get food poisoning off eating cake. That's really the stuff y'all need to be paying attention to. And the salmonella carrying vegetables that they be putting in them food stores. They be knowing they be what they be putting on them produce. And then they sell it to y'all and they act like they didn't know that it was salmonella on there. They know what they be doing. And I also wanted to say this too because Chris Jones, his dog Bruno, an English bulldog, they're known for having problems. But I tried telling him to change the diet for the dog. And Bruno recently just passed away, so that's not good news. That's like losing a child. Um, because he's been through everything with that dog, so I know that's a tough one. But that's why I be trying to help help you guys with the information that I know because I've been in the medical field. I've seen how it is, how fugazi everything is when it comes to this stuff. I was literally in the trenches, so I'm trying to tell you guys so y'all don't have to face that sorrow and everything. Um, so that's why y'all be getting food poisoning all the time. Y'all digestive system is not good. And it gets that way because you guys are snacking and eating all types of alkaline foods all the time. All right. Uh, Elephant stomach is supposed to have a pH of 7 or 8 or somewhere past in the alkaline range. You saw what range your stomach is supposed to be, but you eating cookies, cakes, rice, and all these things that have alkaline properties to it. And then when you eat some cooked meat, you say you got food poisoning. You didn't really get it from the restaurant. That's your fault because you're not allowing your stomach and your digestive system to build up the stomach acid in the bowels and your liver and in your pancreas. So get the course and stop playing around with your health. If your stomach acid is subpar or you got a low quality of it, you're gonna keep having issues. You're gonna develop a whole bunch of skin rashes and allergies like what I used to have. The reason I know and can sound like I can read your mind is because I know I've been through it.